morning. We are starting out today's vlog. It is actually later at night. We just both got off work.
A super long day for the both of us.
Yes.
But guess what, guys? Tomorrow I am going to Australia.
Jared is taking off tomorrow, so we have to get him packed. We got a lot on the list to do tonight.
I am ditching Britt. Yes.
That's kidding. More like me going, yes. Freedom! Freedom! We are getting so excited for Australia, but seriously, so much to do tonight to get this guy shipped over across the ocean.
Hey, you know how I was telling you guys earlier that I needed a new carry-on? Well, guess what? It came in the mail. I'll show you guys that.
Oh yeah, it's pretty cool.
All right, guys, this is my new bag, and I am absolutely in love with it. So I got this bag for under $200 on Amazon, total steal, but it literally fits everything that I'm gonna take with me to Australia right inside of this thing. Plus, one thing that I love about it is it's just so good looking. I mean, look at this thing. And check this out, you guys. There's a lock here to be able to lock my carry-on. That way no one can get into it for security purposes. When you have the lock set to the correct position, you open it up and it makes this cool little click sound. Yeah, that was cool, huh? But it's made by a company called Gopenguin. If you guys haven't heard of them, I would definitely go check them out. I highly recommend this bag because I've tried a ton of carry-ons before. Brittany always teases me about this, but for me, you guys, I love traveling light and with as little as possible. And although the size of this bag doesn't look that big, it packs a punch, you guys. You can pack a ton of stuff in here. Let me show you.
A few moments later.
But guys, check out how much room this thing has and all the compartments it has as well. So as you guys can see, it's got compartments on both sides. You guys know me, you know that I love these travel vacuum bags. So I'm gonna be using these two later on the trip in case I get souvenirs or anything like that. Now guys, check this out. It's got these two clips right here to fasten things down. This is another vacuum sealed bag. I put all my clothes into this thing and then sucked all the air out using this handheld pump right here. Then I got my toiletry bag right here. Then on the other side of this, you guys, I have my snorkel gear as well as all of the electronics that I'm going to be using inside of this Amazon tote bag. I'm totally loving this bag. If you haven't heard of them, go check them out. It's called Gopenguin. Got it on Amazon. It's less than 200 bucks, and it's just a great bag, you guys. It's hard shell, it's tough. But guys, I am getting stoked for this Australia trip. I can't believe that I'm leaving tomorrow. Like, that's coming up so fast. But I'm starting now to pack up all of my stuff. That way I'm set and ready to go for tomorrow. I finally got my carry-on packed. I'm still working on my backpack, which holds my computer, the drone, the vlog camera, all that stuff. But guys, I think it's looking really good right now. As you can see, I got my drone here, I got my hard drive, a couple extra batteries, a remote for the drone, and then inside here is another compartment, some noise canceling headphones, extra pair of contacts, contact solution, and my glasses. Then I got an empty water bottle here that I can fill up and drink out of later. I got an extra jacket to keep myself warm just because planes can get a little bit chilly. And then inside of here, you guys, is an inflatable neck pillow that I'm gonna be using for sure. And then inside this compartment, it's just some stuff that I may need for the plane. I'll likely be editing videos on the plane, and so I got my computer charger here. I also have my phone charger. And then inside of this compartment, I have my headphones, an extra battery, and card reader. Anyways, you guys, I'm gonna finish packing up here, and then the next time I see you will probably be on my way to Australia.
Jared's actually getting ready for bed. As you know, he's leaving tomorrow morning, which is super exciting. I should probably tell you why I'm not going with him. So Jared has something called flight benefits. It's pretty much you get a flight standby, but the tricky part with that is it's really hard to get on flights during the weekend because that's just a busier time, more people are flying then. So you have a better chance on getting on a flight during the week. So that's why he is leaving tomorrow and then I leave a couple days after him. But we just received a very unfortunate phone call. For those of you that live over in Australia, I have to first say my heart goes out to you guys. We just found out that a lot of Australia is under a state of emergency due to these horrific fires that have been going on. A couple of you guys actually mentioned, I noticed as I was reading through some comments, like, are you guys still coming to Australia with the fires? And when I read that, I was like, what fires? Like, I hadn't heard anything. I don't really watch the news too much, so I knew nothing about it. So when I saw your guys' comment about the fires, I was like, I wonder where the fires are. Like, what are they talking about? So I searched it online yesterday, found out that there are these crazy fires burning all over in Australia. I guess there's about 80 fires going on, and Australia is under a state of emergency.
The catastrophic weather conditions mean that things can change very quickly.
So I first have to to say to everyone who lives out in Australia, I hope you guys are safe. I'm so sad that this is happening over there. Fires are just devastating. They ruin so much land. It already sounds like a lot of people's homes have been lost, which is just heartbreaking. So please stay safe if you are in Australia. Of course, you know, that made us think, oh my goodness, can we even travel to Australia still? Like, is it safe to travel, or where are these fires burning? Sounds like they're kind of burning all along New South Wales. There are some close in Sydney, it looks like, and Brisbane, but the smoke is just spreading and the conditions are getting worse. It sounds like, as I'm reading some of these articles, it's saying it's catastrophic. This is the worst in decades. It's really, really scary. So as we've kind of been looking into it, my dad actually has a friend that lives over in Sydney. He and my mom, they're planning on leaving a little early as well, and they're planning on staying with their friends over there for a little bit. So he reached out to him and he told my dad that, yeah, like things are pretty bad over there. Even the smoke is coming into Sydney. But what makes this especially heartbreaking, you guys, is, as you know, most of my family was planning on going on this trip. My dad served an LDS mission over in Sydney and in Australia about a little over 30 years ago. And so this is the first time he was going back, and he wanted to go with all of us. So it was going to be a really fun family trip. But unfortunately, because of these fires, many of you know, I have a little niece who we love dearly who actually has a disease called CF, cystic fibrosis. I'll maybe have Jared link a video where we talk a little bit more about that, but basically it is a life-threatening disease that she has, and it affects her lungs. So the air that she breathes, the quality of the air is super, super vital to her, and she's not even one. So my brother and his wife reached out to her doctor, her specialist, and asked, what do you think about us taking Scotty over to Australia with these conditions, with the smoke? One article we read that the smoke in certain parts were worse than like Beijing, China, which the air quality there is terrible. And so in terms of someone with respiratory problems like my little niece, it can be a really scary situation. And so we just found out that the doctor did advise, you know, if she were to go over there, she'd need to stay inside at all times, especially if the air is bad. A lot of the places we were planning on visiting, the air quality is not great. So we are kind of heartbroken over here, you guys, because that means my brother and sister and my cute little niece cannot come to Australia with us, which is super sad. I'm gonna try not to cry because I was just crying earlier, you can probably tell. So that was hard news to hear, you guys, because we've just been super excited about this trip, but obviously, you know, sometimes things happen and come up that you can't control, and obviously a fire like this is one of them, and so it's a little bit sad. So we're looking at our plans, seeing if this is gonna affect any of the other places where we're planning on staying, but that's kind of the update, you guys. I did want to share this. A lot of you have been asking, I've just been reading comments just from today, are you guys still planning on coming to Australia? Kind of what are you thinking? Things like that. So thank you so much for, first of all, letting us know, because honestly, if it wasn't for you guys, I don't know if we would have even thought twice about the fires, because you know, you always hear sometimes about fires here and there, but it wasn't until I really started looking into it when I saw your guys' comments that I reached out to my family. I was like, hey, you guys, it really sounds like there's some big fires going on. I think we need to look into this. So you guys, thank you for letting us know. You guys are just the best. We are still planning on coming because obviously we have a lot of tickets booked and everything like that. But unfortunately for my sweet little niece, our first priority for her and her parents' first priority is her safety, to make sure she stays healthy as possible. Sad news tonight. We are still planning on coming, so I will keep you guys updated. Jared's still planning on leaving in the morning. I wish I had better news. Just a sad situation for everyone that lives in Australia. I was reading another article and it said that the fires are so big out there that it can be seen from space, which is just crazy. So again, you guys, to all of you that live out in Australia, please stay safe. Our prayers and thoughts are with you. Thank you again for letting us know. All right, you guys, I'm gonna sign off for tonight. Thank you for being part of our family and for all the support you give us each and every day. We really do love and appreciate you guys. I'm gonna head to bed. It sounds like Jared's in there, so we will see you guys next time. Night.